Right now, I should be in Los Angeles, California, but right now I am in sunny old Ontario, Canada. Well, guys, in this video today, I'm gonna update you on why I didn't end up doing the super big, super important Los Angeles trip where I was gonna collaborate with some big names like Braille Skateboarding. So I really didn't want to cancel this trip, but I kind of had to for the sake of moral one, and two, making sure that I was feeling my best and ready to just, go and have the best possible trip I could for you guys and for this channel. It just seemed like a way more fair thing to do. So I'm going to explain to you guys what happened and how. So, 7 days ago on Thursday at 3 a.m. in the morning, I was supposed to get up and drive to the local airport here. Towards the end of the day, Wednesday, I started to feel kind of ill. I was just feeling kind of achy and a little sore, and it wasn't a whole lot to pinpoint being sick to. It was kind of one of those things where I was like, I was working really hard during that week, and the day before I had rode super hard, harder than I usually ride. And on top of that, my diet had been horrible during that week. So to feel some aches and pains and to feel not that great was, not too far off from what could just normally happen to me. On top of this, I also was having my stomach really twisted up and it was kind of hurting. I just kind of thought, this is just my stomach getting upset. I must be a little bit nervous too. But as that morning progressed and we got closer and closer to that first flight of the day, I was just feeling worse and worse. So from my local airport, I was taking a 20-minute flight to Toronto, Ontario, where I would then take a flight from Toronto to Vancouver, and then Vancouver to Phoenix, which is where I was going to go for a friend's wedding. And then after that friend's wedding on Saturday, I would be driving by bus all the way to Los Angeles. But before I got onto my first flight, this overwhelming feeling of nausea just came over me. And as soon as we landed at the Toronto, Ontario airport, I ran to the nearest private washroom and I just yacked. And I didn't even pull trigger, I just went in and I just immediately started throwing up. And that's when I started getting chills, I started feeling even more achy and sore, and I was just feeling like a complete mess. And in that moment, I had to make a decision. Do I get on this plane and continue with my trip feeling the way I'm feeling, or do I head home? And last second, before deciding to get on the plane, I decided to turn around. I decided that being sick in this kind of place at this time during COVID is probably not in everyone's best interest, and there is a small possibility that I maybe could have COVID. I decided it would be best played and the safest bet if I went home and postponed the trip. Otherwise, I might just be sick during the trip and I might miss some really good opportunities for filming and also just knocking those legendary street spots like El Toro and Hollywood 16 off my bucket list. And I even got an email from Braille the day after talking about how we were going to meet up and ride next week, and it was a real bummer, guys. When I got home, I took another rapid COVID test and it came back negative, but the 4 rapid home kit tests I took following that all came back positive. So I think I had COVID. I feel pretty much perfectly fine now, besides maybe just a little bit tired, but besides that, I feel normal now and my health is fine. It sucks, I know, but it's not done. It just is postponed for now. I'm gonna have to find a date later on to do this trip, but I just can't do it right now, and I don't know when I'll be able to do it. But it will happen. I just gotta find the time. So I thought I'd explain that to you guys, and I'm really sorry for the inconvenience, and maybe it's a bit of a letdown, but yeah. And that's the video for this week. Not one of my banger videos, but hopefully we can deliver some better ones in the future. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you understand. Peace.